Hey YouTube, it's in the dark, I'm in my car. I keep saying I never really eat fast food, but I usually don't. This is a Coke Zero, haven't had one in forever. Ooh, that's good. So I had a really weird day, and I'm kind of far from home right now because I had a dentist appointment and then my car was in the shop. They told me my car was ready and I had to come pick it up, and the dealership is really far away. It's dark, I haven't ate anything, and I just got some Del Taco. So here's some hot sauce. I ordered some, well, it's a combo meal. So I ordered a classic chicken burrito, and it comes with those, what do you call those, crinkle cut fries? I would say crinkle cut is my favorite fry. My favorite. And I like to eat it like this. So normally, I'm kind of like eating and driving if it's a long drive, but I didn't feel like it. So let's chat. Being the shadows are kind of weird, but on a side note, I'm in the part of town that used to trigger me. Some of the worst years of my life was spent living in this area. I live really far from here now, but I'm telling you, time, a little shadow work, a little therapy works miracles. 'Cause I could drive around here, hang out here, work here, run errands here. I don't know about live here, but it's cool. It doesn't trigger me. It doesn't bring back bad memories. It's all in the past. Speaking of, I've been really thinking, I think the key to life is letting go of things in your past, not being apprehensive about the future or focusing on the future so much, and really being in the present, enjoying the moment, being grateful for everything you have right now, and understanding that anything that's happened in the past, whether it's good or bad, especially if it's bad, it's brought you here to this point. You survived it. You survived it. You learned from it. You're a better person for it. Now, you're not in it anymore. Because you've survived or overcome what you have, you can do it again if it happens again, or you know better. I don't know. It's kind of taking me a long time to get here because I used to be so hung up on my past. It pissed me off. I was that girl. I was that bitch that was on repeat talking about this happened to me, that happened to me, they did this to me, and just like playing the victim. I mean, it was nice letting it go and airing it out, but oh yeah, it was like self-indulgent. Blaming everyone else but me. Not saying that what happened to me is like I don't know. There is multifactorial, but I know now that there were things that I did wrong, and I know better now. I'm over it. Oh my god, it was so good. Okay. So, let's try this burrito. So for anyone who lives in California or Vegas, or has to make that drive back and forth, there is this one Del Taco, and the food there is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like one of those stops, you know, like halfway to Vegas to California, or California to Vegas. You need to stop there. It's kind of near Barstow, maybe. I'm not too sure. Okay. This top part is all tortilla. So let me stick some fries in there. I like French fries in my burrito. Those taco stands in California, they have one called the California burrito. It's basically a carne asada burrito with French fries in it. French fries and guacamole. Let's beef up this burrito with more French fries. So what do you want to talk about? How things can change. So there was this one person that had to do with a past part of my relationship, and I feel like she misread me and I misread her, maybe. But I used to hate her. Well, hate's a strong word. I used to dislike her strongly. It was pretty obvious that she felt that same way to me too. But I don't know if I want to get into the story. Okay, fuck it. Okay, so the situationship I'm in now is my second ex-husband, right? And we can't seem to freaking let each other go. I think he's tried, I've tried, we just can't. I don't know why. It's not really toxic, I don't think, because he doesn't bring me anxiety. I hope I don't bring him anxiety. Anytime he wants to end this situationship, he's free to go. That's another story time. Oh my god. Maybe that's what I should talk about. Okay, anyway. And then, you know, like, I know that if I were to want to start dating other people or something, he'd be fine with it. But when we were married, I sold my car, and he had a fairly new car that he just completely stopped driving. And then he got a new car. Once he got this new car, he was like in love with the new car, and he stopped driving the car that was only like 1 year old. And I just took it over. So when we divorced, after like 2 months of marriage, and then that's another long story too, but I think I mentioned it a little bit in my mukbang. You know, like, he basically said, you can have the car. And yeah, like, I didn't expect anything from him. Now, like, with 2 jobs, I could totally afford my own car and everything else in my life. But yeah, like that's one thing. Like I told him, do you want to just completely cut the cord? If you want this car back, you can take it back, and you could take me off of the insurance and all of that, and I can get a car today, whatever. But then he kind of like doesn't, to maybe hold on to me. Long story, kind of complicated, but the dealership had this really pretty woman that worked there that lived in the same high rise that we used to live at when we were married. And I don't know, like maybe I was like possessive and toxic, and I kind of thought like she liked him or something, or flirted with him or whatever. Maybe she thought I was a gold digger and she was being protective of him because she cared about him as a friend. Who knows? But she really hated me. She did all these passive aggressive cunty things to me that made me really want to get rid of this car so that I didn't have to deal with her shit anymore. I was so tempted to leave a scathing review for her too, and I just never did, because I'm really not that mean, as hard as it is to believe I'm not. But yeah, and then like there was like a safety recall on my car. It was due for a major service, like the brake pads, the oil change, like all kinds of shit. And I was like low-key tempted to drive to another state, which was the next dealership closest to me, to get my car serviced. But because I'm so busy and I work basically 7 days a week, I just couldn't hold it off, especially because my car really needed to be serviced. So I just took it, and wow. I don't know, so different. Like today when she saw me, she was just like being fake and kind of like trying to read me and judge me at the beginning. Oh, I thought I was gonna see you two. Like, and she likes to dig for information every time she sees me. But I was just bluntly honest. Like, I don't know, just very blunt and honest with her. And then after that, she was like, oh. And then she kind of opened up to me. I'm not going to really air out anything she said, but she opened up to me and she was being kind of vulnerable. And she shared with me things that a normal person wouldn't openly share. Then I was like, okay. And then I was a little vulnerable. And I shared some things about my life too. Like, my life is not perfect. I have fucking problems. But I just kind of focus on the pros of my situation. And I'm just kind of going with the flow, living my life the best I can with what I have. And that's it, right? So, I mean, I'm the most vainest bitch you'll ever meet. So I think, honestly, like, I think I'm a little more physically attractive than I was like 3 years ago. Probably because I'm not living with a man. And like my whole life revolves around me. Like, I don't have kids. I basically can do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, within reason. So anyway, that and a lot of my hobbies center around glowing up all the time. Like, I find it really fun. And one of my closest friends that we used to hang out all the time, we don't anymore, but we kind of like bonded over like shit hitting the fan in our personal lives. And I love her for this. Like, she would kind of vent about her personal clusterfuck of a life, and so would I when I was going through my second divorce to a man I'm still in love with. And she would just be like, at least we're still hot. So sorry, I apologize. I understand how annoying this may sound, but I found it comforting, funny, and fucking true. Because seriously, she really is very attractive, and I know that I'm not ugly. So whenever we were just kind of like venting about our lives and just being like, this is so shitty, she would just be like, hair toss. It's okay, at least we're still hot. And you know what? That is true. Because when my life was being a dumpster fire once again, like my hobby was still, I was not that depressed that I stopped caring about myself. In fact, I cared about myself more. I poured devotion and self-care and love into myself. I know that is so cliche and kind of is wrapped up in a little bit of toxic positivity, but it's true. Like, I took the time and I took the effort into showing myself love the best way I knew how, by taking care of my health and my looks. And now, like, if it's like, oh yeah, you're a 40-something-year-old, twice divorced widow, no, not widow, not a widow. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm having a blonde moment. Twice divorced, 40-something-year-old with no kids. You would think, what a loser, right? No. Just the other day, I went to buy alcohol to stock my bar cart, which I'm gonna be filming as part of a vlog soon. And the lady was this sweet lady, and she was like, I'm sorry, honey, you do look like you're probably around 29, but I do have to card you. Can I see your ID? And I looked at her like, what? She goes, yeah. She looked me up and down. She goes, 29, right? You're probably 29. No, I'm not. But thank you. You just made my fucking day. I'm telling you. That's just it. So anyway, I really did not like this woman who worked at the dealership. I had no idea, but she's like about 10 years younger than me. She's very beautiful, but I haven't seen her in a while, and she gained a little weight, which I used to be heavier too. And she kind of like opened up about some things, and like, not gonna lie, I've lost weight, and we had a very honest conversation about, you know, Botox, fillers, neuromodulators, was it GLP-1 agonists, that kind of conversation. And it was nice. And it felt really good to be a girl's girl and support another woman and want her to succeed and be happy and thrive. It just felt so fucking good. That's all I'm gonna say as I eat junk food. But yeah, it was just really nice now not to like get pissed if I see a text message from her that's passive aggressive and calling me by my second ex-husband's name when she knows this is my phone number and all this other stuff. And now I'm gonna let it go. I'm really happy that we turned over this new leaf, and I want her to know my life is not perfect and I'm going through shit and hell, and I'm just like trying to do the best I can with what I have. And now, like, I know, like, her too. And I want her to be happy. And I see now that she wants the same for me. And we're just here supporting each other. And that is a fucking amazing thing. So, cheers to that. Wait, one more bite. On film. Fucking cheers to that. Alright. I might just eat half this burrito. And there's weird people walking around, so bye for now.